Hi, and welcome back to Chesapeake's Central Fleet Management. For this episode of Ready, Set, Repair, we're talking about transitioning your vehicles from winter to the spring and summer months.
Because winter can be a little bit difficult on cars, especially with the different temperature changes, and if we have snow, the salt and all that on the road. So one of the first things you always want to look into your vehicle is you want to check some of the fluid levels. So we have our washer fluid here. You always want to make sure that your washer fluid is topped off, because if you can't see through your windshield, you're not having a good day that day. Another thing we're going to look at is our coolant levels. So our coolant reservoir, you're usually going to have a max fill line and a low line. You want to make sure that your coolant level is somewhere in between these two lines. If you're a little bit low on it, usually you just spin that off, add a little coolant to it. Another thing you're going to want to do is in between oil changes, periodically, you're going to want to check your oil levels. So what we'll do with that is most vehicles will have a dipstick somewhere near in the front here. You're going to take the dipstick all the way out, wipe off any kind of residue on your dipstick, put it back into the tube, make sure it fully seats, pull it again, and then check your fluid line. And you'll see two dots on there. You want to make sure that your fluid is towards that top dot there to make sure it's on a good level. Make sure you don't have any corrosion on your battery and that your cables are tight. Generally, batteries will only last you about 3 to 5 years, so if you're getting towards the end of it, you might want to go and get it tested and have a voltage test on it. Another thing you're going to want to do looking over the vehicle is you're going to want to check your tire pressures. In order to see your tire pressures, you're going to go over to your driver's door. You're going to see a sticker saying what your tire pressure should be at. We've got 33 for the front and then 32 for the rear. And you can go to most convenience stores, or you can have a little tire pressure checker in your car. Just check all your tires around, because when you switch from warm to cold weathers, a lot of times the expanding and contracting of the tire will let a little air out. Anytime you're working under the hood, after you close it, just make sure you give it a good tug so that your hood isn't going to be flying up at you while driving. Another thing you're going to want to do is check your wiper blades. Just lift them up a little bit and make sure that this rubber portion here isn't torn or frayed or coming out anywhere, because they're not going to clear the water properly if there's any kind of damage on them. So every month or so, what you're going to want to do is just turn your headlights on and your hazard lights and just go around the vehicle, making sure that all your lights on the vehicle are working. This will make sure that you don't end up driving at night without a headlight, or your turn signals are all functioning properly. Also, it'll stop you from getting any tickets from police officers who knows before you. So the only one you may need someone to help you out with is just checking your brake lights, just because you're going to have to hit your brake pedal and then make sure all your brake lights in the rear are working. So another thing that you're going to want to do is check the tread depth on all 4 of your tires. You can pick up one of these tread depth gauges at your local auto parts store fairly cheap. What you're going to do is just put that in your center tread and look to make sure that we're at a good tread depth. Anything above 4/32 is generally good. Anything below that, you're going to want to have those tires replaced. From all the people here at City of Chesapeake Fleet Services, let's keep your vehicles up to snuff and drive safe.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of Ready, Set, Repair. We'll see you next time.